What's up, guys? My name's Jomel Socorro,
My name's Jarron Gaddis.
and we are the Wannabe Boo podcast, bringing the latest and greatest game and anime news, reviews, and waifus for lifeu. This is episode 52. Here we go, the big boys, Jarron.
The biggins, the thickens, the biggins.
As of this podcast, this is the 52nd podcast that we've done in the year, meaning that this is it'll be 1 year. It's pretty much been a whole year. So, well, yeah.
Wait, is this the 1 year or is the next time the 1 year? Remember, you gotta factor in the pilot.
True. So technically, next week's podcast will be our first year anniversary.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be like the 1 year. This is like the end of that 1 year kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So yeah, we made it, guys. Look at that. We've been doing this for 52 weeks straight.
No. We haven't made it yet.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Remember, we could, world could end tomorrow, and we won't get to our 53rd episode, which will be our fucking. Wait, no, there's this. Wait, hold on. Am I confused?
There are 52 weeks in the year.
Right.
So the 53rd podcast will be the second.
Right.
Will be the start of the second year. So like it's the anniversary.
Okay, so yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So yeah, all right. So if hopefully the world doesn't end before next
week.
Monday.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. How are you, John? How are you? How was your week?
I'm fucking tired, dude.
Oh, really?
So I started working at Staples this week.
Right. We did mention that last week.
Right, I did. Did I mention that last week?
Yeah, we did. I don't think it was live though. I don't know about that, but we did. There was some talk.
Again, I'm fucking tired. So I had to this weekend. They scheduled me for 2 nights in a row and then a morning shift today.
So, okay.
So my sleep schedule was just fucking suplexed.
Oh.
So I'm a little out of it. Plus I drank a little bit. So.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's how you party up a week, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm off tomorrow, and I hopefully won't have class Tuesday if it fucking snows.
Oh,
but
yeah, that's true.
I do have off tomorrow, so I'm gonna probably go to sleep as soon as we're done recording.
Right. Given how we always have a trend of recording late at night, anyway.
Yeah, but I'm doing well. I'm enjoying the job. It's a lot of fun. Good fun coworkers. It's actually way funner to sell stuff to people than I thought it would be.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So I'm enjoying it. How about you,
That's
Jamal? What'd you do this week?
Oh, a busy week. It's been a very busy week for me at work. Remember last week I told you guys to make sure you do your taxes because all the W-2s are
right.
printing. Yeah, so I worked like 6 days straight this past week. So today, Sunday, was like my only day off. So, and I'm going to be going back to work again tomorrow.
Nice.
So, get a what is it? Grind and shine, or what's the term? What's the phrase
Get that
for
bread.
that? Yeah, I'm gonna get that bread. I'm gonna get the bread. Get the carbs. Right.
Yep.
Is that
Make
is
sure
that
it's
how?
not soggy.
I guess. Hopefully not. But yeah. So far, it's been just a busy week, just working crap, and that's about it. Nothing really too eventful. Oh well. I mean, I don't know if this counts. Oh yeah, last weekend, because I didn't mention this live. I saw the Broly movie, the new Dragon Ball Super.
We talked about it.
We talked about it off air.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, you guys never really got my opinion on it. If I were to put it into like in simple terms, because I don't want to spoil anything, it's still a good movie. But if I were to put it into simple terms, it's a good DBZ movie, but not a good Broly movie. If that makes any sense to you guys.
Right, because you were telling me that they humanized Broly too much instead of just making him the monster that he was in the original movie. Now he's just kind of my muscles, he's just roiding out.
Oh, I wouldn't. Oh, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say original. That the non-canon Koyama version of Broly from Broly, from Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan. Yes, I actually do prefer Koyama's version of Broly versus Toriyama's, just because, at least in Koyama's version of Broly, I actually feared the hell out of. I was scared shitless when I saw this guy on screen.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like in the new Broly movie, I felt more sorry for him as he got stronger, which is like. I don't know that that's the kind of thing Toriyama wanted, if anything, since it's pretty. I mean, even the trailers, it's pretty clear that it matches up quite well between Goku and Vegeta, despite them going higher levels. But but throughout the movie, as you're given the backstory and the motivations of all these characters, especially Broly and even his father.
And how much he fucks this little green girl.
Well, well, other way around. Green Girl wants to fuck
Oh,
Broly,
okay.
because Broly has no sense of companionship. Just
Oh, okay,
you know,
gotcha.
like screaming
Right, 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 right.
and fatherly love. But what was my point again?
Broly's
Despite
this new Broly's a bitch.
well, I mean, despite him being strong as hell, like in the Toriyama's movie, I just felt so sorry for him throughout the entire film, and I don't know. That's how I should feel about Broly in general. I kind of want to be
Ah,
feared, and I kind of want to be intimidated by Broly, since my only exposure to Broly back in the day was Koyama's like Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan,
right.
film.
But
Um,
like you said, Broly was a freaking monster. He was spooky,
yeah,
and
I
even
mean,
what was her name? Kali
well,
was it Kale in Super, or was it
uh,
Cauliflower? Which one was? I think it was Kale.
I think it was is it Kale or Kali?
I don't know. One of them, the one that was also the legendary Super Saiyan from their universe. Even when she's normal, she's super meek, shy, and I don't want to fight, man. But then she brawlies out, and she's terrifying. It's like it's no, oh no, my power's ripping me apart. It's just, hey, I'm beefy as fuck, and I'm about to beat that ass.
Exactly.
But I mean, I don't. I mean, I can feel for Toriyama if he's trying to add more emotion to Dragon Ball Z because it's not like there's a lot of it.
I mean, there's still a lot of screaming though. If anything, this was a good like DBZ movie for with a bunch of fan service. Like this was a really good fan service film, and that's
Well,
not a
I
bad thing
mean,
either.
right,
Not
and
necessarily.
that's definitely not a bad thing. But I mean, an emotion other than shouting.
That's true. That's very true.
So I can feel him there, but I feel like you should do if you're gonna do that, do it with someone else. Like
Not Broly.
introduce a new character that we might feel sorry for, not this monster that we should be like, oh my god, it's Brawly, guys, watch out.
Yeah, exactly. Like again, I wanted to feel like scared for Goku and Vegeta, but I just
Right.
couldn't because I know that they're gonna pull through, and
Hmm.
not the standard kind of pull through. Like I know they're pull through, but I'm gonna grind through this mental struggle right now because how like hulking and how powerful Broly is, like
Right.
from Koyama's version, rather than like this is they're gonna solve this. It's gonna be, and I'm gonna find out how they're gonna figure this one out. But it's not as was it off the edge of my seat kind of suspenseful. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean that's about it. I mean, again, like I said, it's a good DBZ movie, but it's not a good Broly movie. I
Hmm.
personally prefer Koyama's version of Broly,
Monster
from
Broly.
exactly, or the legendary Super Saiyan. Like
Right.
before Super Saiyan Blue, before Super Saiyan Blue, because technically, Goku and Vegeta are surpassed gods now at this point. So that's
What you know what? Look,
because
I don't
technically,
like.
because technically, Broly's supposed to be the legendary Super Saiyan that's essentially a god, and the legend, that kind of thing. Now all that's kind of gone if you have two of the most like rivaling hulking characters essentially ascend god and have a color swap.
Right, but like, I. I'm sure I already voiced my opinion about the whole Super Saiyan God thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like look at Broly. His is a transformation, even if it is technically a palette swap with his hair. He gets thick. That man thickens.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's sort of a funny thing because as the fight progressed, you see him get exponentially bigger.
She just keeps getting thicker.
Because I'm like, oh, because he's pretty small in his default form, and I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I mean, this is understandable. This is probably just his default normal mode. But then it's
Right.
funny to see him like exponentially grow as an individual as he powers up and screams even louder. Like as he screams louder, his size also gets louder.
But I mean that part of it I can appreciate because that's what should happen.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I mean, again, if anything, some of the benefits of Toriyama's version is we did get a lot of reasonable explanation in terms of the backstory for Broly and his father.
instead of oh no, oh Broly as a baby somehow remembered that he didn't like Goku crying all the time, and
Yeah,
that was the
exactly.
story.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much. Like at least the motivations in Toriyama's version were actually clear, and it made some sense.
Hmm.
And it was good. I honestly did like Broly's backstory, and like because most actually a lot of the motivation actually goes towards his father rather than Broly himself.
Good.
If any, because if anything, Broly is more so a victim of the whole situation rather than like the main antagonist, quote unquote, so to speak.
Hmm.
So, I mean, I don't know if I don't know if we'll talk about spoiler reviews as a spoiler discussion about it. I mean, the film did just come out in the U.S. some time ago, so I'm gonna make sure you guys get a chance to like really see it and really delve deep into like what you guys. And if you saw the earlier Koyama Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan film, how would you compare it? How would you compare the two? Do you like one or the other? Do you like both? Or do you kind of agree with me? Like, it's a good DBZ film, but it's not a good Broly film. You know,
Yeah.
and if you want to talk about it, what can they find us, Jarron?
You can find us on YouTube if you're looking to watch us, or quote unquote watch if you just want to stare at our logo the whole time. Or you can also listen to us on Google Play, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Listen Notes, the Stitcher app, anywhere else that might have picked up our RSS feed. If you want to message us or get it at us on our social medias, you can find us on Facebook. Just go ahead and search Wannabeaboo. That's WANNABEABOO. Got it right the first time. Fuck
Hey,
yes.
look at that.
Search that on Facebook or Twitter.
Yeah, there we go. And if you like unsponsored sponsored ads, and you want merch,
And you want them thick socks, boy.
yes, which I would recommend using properly. Meant to be keeping.
Use them however you want. If though,
You're right. You're right. I'm not the one to judge nor questions how people
you put $11
use.
worth of semen in that sock.
Semen costs a
Or
lot more than that, Jaron. I've seen.
it depends on how much how much it's worth.
I mean, I
How
feel
much
like
you value it.
how much do I value it? A solid
Yeah.
$30.
Solid $30. How much
30
is in your
bucks.
how much is in them fucking tissues in your garbage can, Jomel?
Haha. You think I use tissues?
Uh-huh. Well, whatever you
this,
use.
this is not an appropriate podcast, Jaron, to be talking about this sort of thing.
Well, all right. Well,
But despite this sort of
wherever you
unnecessary
put your
segue,
$30 children.
this is an unnecessary segue. But if you want merch, find us on Teespring. You got hoodies, you got t-shirts, we got socks. Legitimately, we do have Wannabe socks.
Yep.
So if you want to cop a few $11 per pair, mind you, you will find us on Teespring. And
you can
Mortal
keep using the same fucking pair. It doesn't matter. Do what you gotta do.
I guess.
Get that $11 worth, man.
Yep. But yeah. So I'm gonna smoothly segue away from this right now. I know last week, guys, we had a bit of a ranting episode, and I don't want to bring down any negative emotions or even like bring back some aggression into this. But there is something I do want to talk about, and this is something that happened recently, and it actually happened last week, but I wanted to sleep on it a little bit and flesh it out to make sure that the information I have is actually accurate and it's legit, not fake news.
Right.
So, okay, I'm gonna get this out of the way first. Okay, let's be honest, guys. SAO is objectively it's not a bad series. If we're talking about overall quality, in terms of story, characterization, as well as even some world building or even like themes, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So
right.
Standard, run of the mill kind of like lighthearted harem / adventure / gaming /
It's kind of a harem.
I mean, and not as of recently.
If you want to go with the traditional, definition of harem, back in the day where it's just the main character surrounded by women that aren't necessarily romantically interested in him,
mm-hmm.
then sure. But like, it's not a harem because still his only real choice is Asuna.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, he's in a committed relationship, so the harem thing is not really accurate, I guess you'd say.
Unless the writers are like, nah, fuck it. Blacksmith Girl, just out of nowhere.
And it's funny how you mentioned the writer, Jarron. The
Mm-hmm.
reason why I bring this up is because as of recently, the writer of SEO has, after coming out of an extended interview back in January 18th of this year, the writer Reiki Kawahara mentioned, and this is, and I'll link all these articles down below, guys.
Mm-hmm.
But to quote the article here, it's on. I mean, there's an article from One Angry Gamer as well as AnimeNewsNetwork.com.
Mm-hmm.
And quoting from this, essentially, what is it? Ray Kawahara mentioned that characters will be changing based on reactions from the Western audiences who adopt more quote unquote politically correct views on media content.
All right.
And
Fucking
hold on.
right.
Hold
Right.
on. Essentially, he's saying that he will be listening to the loud minority that normal people refer to as social justice warriors, and he went on to say that girls in Sword Art Online will be quote unquote more active in the future. So, essentially, he's outright saying this too. He's outright saying that he actually wants to be more politically correct with his writing because of the feedback he's been getting from the West, from Western audiences.
All right. So I'm not as upset as I thought I would be because he didn't. There's a direction you could take it that would have made me more upset, but I don't like the reason he's doing it. Like I am 100% for a writer should be able to write exactly what they want to write with no influence from anyone else, not to please anyone, not to do any, just do it because you want to, and people that want to watch it will watch it, fuck everybody else, you know but at the same time I am perfectly fine with his female characters actually doing something other than just being under fucking Kirito's dick the whole time. I'm 100% for it. And I just I don't like.
Yeah, I'll keep going.
Yeah, go.
Let's see. Because then let's see. Yeah, this is quoted from like the extensive interview. Quoted, due to the feedback from overseas events and fan reactions, perhaps it's time to grow or become more politically correct to some extent. Presently overseas, the words hero and heroine aren't part of the dialect. Above all, protagonist and antagonist is more their style, completely unrelated to whether they're men or women. I felt that was the correct way of going about it. I tend to think that it's a distortion to treat the heroine like some sort of trophy. Recently, I've made a deliberately conscious decision to write the young females actively participating more in the story. So for those of you asking, well, what have become of Kirito? And I suppose some people might think that this is a supplement, but by no means does this mean that Kirito will no longer stand out. For the young girls, I want to give them the strength to take hold of their own lives.
Right, as much as he stood out before as a character.
I mean, the only thing I have an issue here with is that he's already he already did that in a sense. If anything, the first season of SEO already had a pretty balanced. Besides what, maybe just one other character, because when it came to like female character empowerment, I guess you'd say.
I mean, how so though? I don't really see it outside of like maybe the second part of the first season.
You mean
not so much in the first half.
I mean, you had Asuna as one of the top generals of the Knights of the Blood Oath.
You're right, but she didn't really do anything.
Well, we didn't see her do anything, obviously.
Yeah, but that's if we saw her, grow to that point, then yeah, I'd be perfectly fine with it. But
I mean, we kind of did see that kind of like growth. Because remember in the beginning of that series, she was that she was what disconnected and didn't even want to bother pairing up with other people. Remember when she was like cloaked up and everything, and she herself talked about that she didn't want to interact because this was a mistake of going into the game, and she didn't want to like connect with anybody. But then as time went on, she became stronger as an individual, started to fight for herself and fight for her own freedom and all that stuff.
Right, until she got with Kirito.
Well, then it became more of a romance series after that.
Well, see, the whole idea that I'm seeing here is like, yes, she okay, you're right. She did have that. She did have that growth. She became like, essentially second in command of that whole fucking guild, and that's great. But as soon as her and Kirito officially got together, she just stopped having a point other than a driving force for him. Even more so in the second half. But by then we got other female characters like, I mean,
Like Sugaha. Wait, yeah,
Sugaha.
Sugaha.
Sugaha was another person that was just fucking trying to consume Kirito stick, so I don't count. I don't really count her. But like all the other female characters that were around him, if they were female, in our IRL. But they were pretty cool. They let me see, they were the two other guild leaders. It was Cat Girl and the
Elf.
elf. I think she was an elf. Yeah. I mean, even though they didn't get much to do, they were still pretty prominent in like leading their own shit because they were, like I said, they were guild leaders themselves. Or
Right.
one of them was a guild leader and one was the the secondary. But yeah, so it's like I don't really feel like Lifa, or I mean Asuna at the beginning, but then after they got together, she just kind of tapered off because at that point in time, she was just, watching their romance develop was nice, but then when shit got serious, she didn't really do much.
She did kill that one fish though.
Yeah, she's still strong. That doesn't mean she's not like a strong character stat wise, but like, I mean, strong character as in an actual character. She just kind of became Kirito's girlfriend at that point in time.
Yeah.
Instead of hey, I'm Asuna, it's hey, I'm Kirito's wife, girlfriend, baby mama, whatever the fuck they want to be. And then, I mean, I didn't watch the
Mother Rosario arc.
No, I was gonna say Gun Gale.
Oh, okay.
I didn't watch Gun Gale.
Because Gun Gale, because there was because that season also had the Mother Rosario arc, which centered around mostly just Asuna at that point. Like the entirety of the half of that series.
The one about her learning the super attack, the one that you hit 12 times, 24 times, something like that.
5 times, but it was more so just the relationship between what was her name?
The cancer girl and
Asuna.
Yeah, well, which is good. She had her own like
arc essentially,
but it wasn't like plot phenomenal. It wasn't like, oh my god, shit's the balance of life and death is teetering here. You know what I mean?
I guess though it was one of the most emotional arcs of the season.
Oh, I'm sure, because cancer girl. I mean, this isn't me downplaying cancer, but that's, I don't remember what her name was, so that's what she is.
I mean, again, but going back to the whole thing, the problem, and then the other problem I have with this in general is that he even said that he was already doing this subconsciously, like it was already kind of a natural thing or an organic thing he was going to be writing about in general, in terms of him progressing his female leads and all that,
right?
And this sort of relates back to I guess hentai tags, if I'm without reaching too far, because how do I put it into words? It's like you said, Jarron. You're free to write anything you want, right? In terms of what you want, in terms of a story, direction, and even your own imagination. And obviously, your fan base as well as your viewers and readers play a big role into that, depending on how they receive it, whether it's good, bad. But remember, it's also the group that he's taking into consideration is also a loud minority,
right?
Meaning that, like, even something as the loud minority can influence, the direction of an entire series, given a year in a sense. And the reason why I bring that up is because even though this isn't much of a big change, I worry about the future of other stories in the going forward from here. Because if you take this into consideration, what if this was a similar direction you had with the writer of, I don't know, Goblin Slayer, or even this season's Shield Hero, in a sense, like divert, like I wouldn't say divert, but there was a influence of a minority group that changes the composition of a story because
Mm,
of that influence.
right. It's look.
I mean,
I'm gonna
I'm
take
not,
a quick. What?
yeah, because I'm not saying things should progress. All I'm saying is that
It
there's
should
only
be a reason because it's because you want to. It's because you personally feel, hey, I want my female characters to be stronger. I want to explore this maybe dark, dark subject with a bit more, I guess, what's the word?
awareness,
Aware
maybe.
with more awareness to use it more effectively without it being edgy or
Like subject to heated debate.
sub.
Like
Oh,
it's not
everything's
like
gonna
it's
be up to debate. You
only
can't stop that.
it's not being done so just for the sake of it being done so. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right, right, just like that. So I'm all for come into that realization and wanting to push that forward because that's great. And I understand if you're taking some some suggestions, but you need to do more than just, oh, because they said so I'm gonna do it. No, that's bullshit. You should be like, all right, I heard them and that inspired me to try to adopt something like that. See, if you use those words, that makes me think like, oh, you have your own thought process, like you like you said before, sleeping on it and digesting it to get a better understanding of it. It made it seems like you slept on it and digested on it to like make a proper decision on whether or not that's how you want to do it. That way you can, still fit your own style instead of just saying, oh, because this loud group of people said, hey, this is bad, and we're like, all right, I guess I'll change it. Like, no, that's
Yeah.
awful.
I mean, and the unfortunate thing is you can't please everybody with your creative work.
Right.
You
And you
shouldn't have
shouldn't
to.
aim to.
Yeah, you
Right.
shouldn't have to please everyone, but you do your best to accommodate as much of the fan base as possible, but as long as it doesn't stunt your own creativity and even your own writing process. Like
Right.
he even said it himself that he was already organically, providing such changes and providing such progressive changes in his characters. He didn't have to be
Hmm.
told so. It just kind of happened naturally. But now he's become more conscious of it. It's not as a natural progression in terms of characterization.
Hmm.
And I would rather have that be an organic thing if characterization were to be more progressive in a sense.
Right. No, I certainly agree with that. It's just I don't
Again,
like where it's going because
again I'm only it's not much of a big change, and the thing is though, I'm more, again, like I said, I'm more so just worried about how future authors were, when if they were given a green light to adopt their stories in anime, and if some reason the anime adaptation does not suit certain a minority group's taste, does that mean that your writing is wrong? Not at all. It's not. If anything, it's just obviously everyone's got a story to their taste,
Hmm. And if you
and
want to write a story about, oh yeah, all these girls have, their breast milk empowers the users of the periodic table. Fuck it, make your story. you know, don't bend to anybody else's will just because you're like, oh, that's not appropriate. You're just using women as blah blah blah. I'm like, sure, but it's like, if again, we've talked about this before with the again, we always call back to the fucking lolly episode. If you are not able to separate fact from fiction, fantasy from reality, the fact that this guy just wanted to to write a ridiculous story and it got enough popularity because everyone else liked this ridiculous story. If the problem isn't the story itself. The problem is the people that can't see that. Oh yeah, this is just some guy's fantasy. It's a fun idea. Let's go with it. It's good for a laugh, for a wank, whatever. But if the problem is people that are like, oh yeah, we should always treat women like that. Ha ha ha. Those are the people that are the problem, not the writer.
Exactly. But I mean that's all I want to say talk about. I just want you guys to be aware that, something like this, is happening in the background and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want it to affect, you know, any other stories to just because for the sake of of political correctness.
Mm-hmm.
You do it.
It's
You write your stories and you create due to an ambition and or a fascinating or what is it, ambitious storytelling.
right.
You know, because if I wanted someone to write a story in a certain way, I'll write it myself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Right.
rather I'll write that story myself, and maybe it'll get an anime. But I me as much I and as much as anyone else doesn't have an absolute say in how a story should go.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I believe is the message I want to put out here. I mean, it's fine. It's all good. It's all good to have our own opinions and be disagree with a lot of things, but we shouldn't have to force someone to shift their thinking, even their creative thinking, just because it doesn't suit ours.
Right.
So create because that's the whole thing with creative freedom. You can't always agree on it, but we can at least respect it and not visit it if you don't want to. You know what I mean?
Right. If you don't like it, you don't need to fucking say, "Oh yeah, this is the trashiest blah blah blah. You shouldn't watch this because blah this does blah blah." Blah. No. If you don't like it, just don't watch it. You don't have to throw things through the mud. If it was literally telling, "Hey, if it was literally telling you, hey, if it was literally telling you, hey, all women are trash. Hey, go kill your parents. Hey, blah blah blah." Sure, yeah, strike against it. But if it's literally just a fake fantasy story, leave it alone. If you don't want to watch it, just don't watch it. Don't ruin it for other people.
Exactly. I mean, again, it there's a majority of people that do like it. You don't have to agree with that majority. You can just not watch it or
Right.
not involve yourself in it. So, if you guys want more information on this, the two articles, I will link the two articles down below. And there is a video actually done pretty. There's actually a video done really well, that talks about this. It's done by a YouTuber called The Quartering. He's actually I guess he's the most like unbiased individual to talk about this specifically, just because I can already tell he doesn't watch that many anime, but
Mm-hmm.
he puts out all the points I'm trying to say in a good 10-minute video. So rather than
Okay.
me rambling on about what I'm trying to say, the Quartering, he does a pretty good job. That sums up the entirety of how this could shape like the anime industry in the future. So I'll link to his video as well, and you know, sleep on it and really, just just really open up a discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Because if what is it again? I rather have the writers do their thing, and if I don't like it, I just won't watch it. I
Right.
mean, Photokano is a disgrace to all photography anime into photography, and I mean, granted, I still watched it because we did that what anime we hate podcast, but still,
Mm-hmm. Right. For
I didn't
example,
agree
I
with it.
refuse. For a good example, I refuse to watch JoJo. I don't want to. I don't like it. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna. I will tell other people like, hey, JoJo shit, go fuck yourself. But I'm not gonna stop people from watching it. I was just
Yeah,
saying I don't want to watch it, and you're
yeah,
shitty for watching it. But whatever.
yeah. I mean, you're not trying to like actually put manless on towards other people.
Right. I'm not trying to go get to the the JoJo's creator and say you need to lose your job because I don't
Yeah,
like what you put out.
exactly. Like it's all it's all anime, guys. Just calm down.
Just chill out and enjoy.
Exactly. You know.
Calm down, son. It's just a drawing.
Oh, the meme.
Yes, that's me.
I just got that. Okay. But relating to watching, as of this week, it's already been the third episode for a lot of series.
Mhm.
For Anime 2019, Anime Winter 2019.
Yeah.
So, and as I told you before, Jerome, before we started recording, I've been a pretty good boy as of recently, since I actually have caught up with majority of the ones that I've been watching, or that I wanted to watch.
About fucking
So
time.
I hope you're proud of me.
I am proud of you.
So you want to kickstart off this today's topic, Jerome?
Yes. So let's start with probably the most popular anime of the season, good old Shield Hero. Now the next two
Ayo.
episodes after the first came out, we find well, I get the third episode came out.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a good look at the situation as it is now. I guess, spoilers if you haven't watched up to now. The first wave of demons has hit whatever the kingdom was called, and this the sword, the spear, and the arrow hero or bow hero go and fight the boss for it. But Shield Hero goes and defends a village from the oncoming horde. He could have, we talked about before how people are saying, yeah, it's just shitty, blah blah blah, whatever. Like, it's not trying super hard to be the best show in the world. It's just telling its story. It's not like it's objectively bad. The action's good. The writing's decent. It's not the worst thing in the world. I would argue it's pretty somber. It's not like, I don't know, just stupid awkward dialogue. It's just
What are you referring to right now? I feel like
I'm
you're
referring.
responding to something.
I'm trying to get with, like, back, with our episode when we talked about Shield Hero and how people said it was bad.
Oh, oh,
Like,
pretty good,
it's
guys. I mean,
it's pretty good. Like, even if it's not the best, sure, but it's like it's just decent. I've formulated my opinion and it's pretty decent. That's what I have to say about it.
yeah, I'll keep watching it.
Thanks
Shit.
to this, especially thanks to this most recent episode where we got to see him in action against a horde of zombies and shit. We got to see our raccoon Chan grow up a little bit.
You mean our goddess and savior, Raftalia?
Right, goddess and savior Raptalia, no longer a lolly.
Yeah, exactly. Which is really surprising because I knew about her leveling up system. I didn't think it would be that fast though.
Yeah, because I honestly think I missed something the first time because they said it's been a week since the coal mine incident, which is where she killed the two-headed dog. I'm like, wait a second, how did we get here? How did she? What did she eat to get to this point? And then he said, well, don't you know that we kept talking about the levels and stuff, and he was like, don't you know about the beat thing about basemen? And then I kind of figured, like, yeah, they age is with their level, I guess, mature with their level.
Yeah, well, actually, it's more so the demi-humans actually age. Yeah, actually, no, you're right. Sorry, I don't know. I thought it was something else. Yeah, they age depending on how fast they level up.
Mm.
So given to that perspective, means she leveled up quite a bit, meaning that she grew up really fast as well.
Even though she's still mentally a child.
Technically, yeah, she's like a teenager in a sense because she wants to be grown up, but she's being treated as a child by
Right.
by Naofumi.
I don't know. I think she's still mentally a child.
Well, she's got that rebellious youth phase going on. You know what I mean?
I mean, does that all come on to, like, what if you power level her? Like you get her. I don't know. You go into a super high level area and you just grind monsters with her for like 5 hours. Does she immediately become fucking hot ass MILF?
Yeah, she becomes a grand swordswoman, Jarron,
in an instant.
in an instant with a great sword as well as the strength of a god.
That's beautiful. But no, yeah, it's just diving a little deeper into the story. It's got our first wave. I'm personally looking forward to watching the rest of it.
I am
Fuck
too.
everybody else that says it's bad because oh no,
Boring.
controversial thing happened. Right? It's not boring. It's decent.
Yeah, I liked it. First 3 episodes, solid. And given that the first episode was like 45 minutes, so technically it's like a 4 episode
Right.
start off so far, technically.
I was honestly kind of hoping each episode was 45 minutes, but I knew it wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean a lot does happen that leaves you hanging at the end of every 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's understandable.
Right.
But I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm especially happy that it's 25 episodes. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna be here for the long haul.
Especially since she's already an adult, that means she can only get thicker.
Yes, as well her and her sword can only get bigger as well.
Oh yes.
And
no,
so
but I think she's gonna stick with either long or short sword.
probably, and then we'll get to meet our Angel Chan or
Yeah.
Angel Chicken Chan.
Yep. Chicken Chan. She's gonna be Chicken Chan. I'm calling. I'm calling it now. In the future, once she's revealed, the anime community is gonna dub her Chicken Chan. I'm calling it right here. I want
Uh,
all. I want all the proceeds from the memes. All of them. Send them to. Send them to. Message me on Facebook or Twitter, and we're gonna get that bank account set up. I'm about to get rich right here off of Chicken Chan.
you heard it here first, guys. We're calling it now. Chicken Chan. Put your place your bets in now.
But yeah, looking pretty good.
Moving on here.
Mob Psycho 100. Did you fucking watch?
Remember,
Goddamn Mob Psycho.
Remember we talked about this. I did. I gave Mob Psycho. I gave the first season of Mob Psycho my 3-episode take, and I wasn't a fan of it, unfortunately.
All right. Jump like 5 episodes because the first couple don't matter.
What?
Yeah, the first like half of the show is just kind of establishing, hey, Mob's OP.
So it's just character building.
Basically, you can jump into the plot a little later on that involves his brother and like this other group of psychics and stuff.
Wait, that wasn't the plot. This nonchalantly OP
Nope,
Mob.
that was not the plot.
No. Oh.
No. Well, all right. Technically, I guess Mob Psycho doesn't have a plot. It has plot arcs.
Oh, I see.
So something will
different
happen,
cases?
and then
'Cause I'm familiar. I'm familiar with the structure. Like they got cases to solve and crap like that. But I'm guessing that's how it is.
But half of the first season is a major case, I guess, technically.
I see.
Which carries over those few episodes. But yeah, Mob Psycho 2, basically, as we've already established, Mob super OP, and that's the first season. And and the existence of other psychics. And this one's more just exploring his emotions, because he states in the first season that he keeps his emotions in check so that his power doesn't go wacky, which is what the count up was for, Jomel. In the first season.
I see.
That was the count. It said countdown to, what does it say? Countdown to Mob exploding or something like that.
Something like that. It's been a while.
Yeah, it was just his emotions getting out of whack. But now in this season, we're exploring it more, even though we're still counting something.
Is there still a story going on in the second season?
Not yet. The only consistency for it right now is that Mob is more and more expressing himself, which he didn't do really at all in the first season.
Yeah, I sort of got that image.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well.
Yeah, if you're a fan, then Mob Psycho 2 is definitely good. Is definitely there for you. It's exploring a different side of our boring ass main character. As much as I love him. See, that's how you do a boring guy. Just void him of everything except making him OP.
I don't know. I feel like that would be difficult without him being just. Actually, I don't know.
I mean, they do it.
Yeah, that's true. But moving on.
Next up is Yakusoku no Neverland. Now,
or for you Westerner weeboos there, I Promised Neverland. What? That's the title.
No, you're right.
Okay. There. Starting it off, to be honest with you, again, so to be honest with you, when I first heard about the series, there was already a lot of hype surrounding it before it came out, and I was kind of curious about it. And I didn't actually watch the first episode as it came out. I kind of just let it simmer a little bit, and then I keep hearing people talking about it on Twitter, and there's some people raving about it on the Facebook pages that I follow, and I decided to follow it. Now, I'll be honest, that first half of the first episode, I wasn't necessarily bored, but I was sort of just like,
uninterested. Right.
Yeah.
No, I'm starting to understand. There wasn't much to it. There's an orphanage.
Yeah, exactly. Orphanage.
And some kids are super smart.
You got kids being kids, and you got, basic rules and sort of a, creepy tone, but overall, it's, all orphanages are creepy. But, it was pretty normal. And then that last few minutes really hit me in the fucking dick, okay? And
it gets you.
Now, because of the last hook, I'm fucking on board. I'm on board with the Neverland train, and I'm gonna be hitting this for the long haul as well. Well, the 12 episodes. If I do have to say something, because again, that first episode is a lot, has a lot to take in. I don't want to spoil that because
Yeah, I agree with that.
even in the opening, they don't actually tell you a lot, which is good. This is surprising
Hmm.
because they don't even show certain things that happened in the first episode in the opening, which is brilliant. But one of the things that I did notice that Neverland really does really well are facial
Hmm.
expressions.
Yeah, I did like that. It's by well, remember it's by what are they
Cloverworks.
called? Huh?
Cloverworks.
Cloverworks. No, there was another one that they're producing. Aniplex. Aniplex
Oh.
always produces very good or animes that have very good shit, you know?
Lame animation.
Animation. Yep. That's the one I meant to say. Plus, yeah,
Because.
Cloverworks does really good. They did Bunny Girl Senpai, they helped with Darling in the Franxx.
Mhm.
They did some of Persona 5. They did
Point is really good.
yeah, it's
All
good.
so far the first few episodes are out right now. I don't want to spoil too much, but they started adding a few little elements. They started
Hmm.
adding some new characters. They started subtracting characters, but
Yeah.
semantics. But I really urge you to guys
And
watch just watch the first if anything just watch the first episode and then at that point it's more of so just a make or break for you.
and for those Westerners and I guess the Mexicans, there's a wall.
There we go. The entire series has an underlying theme of the wall and how we should escape,
Yep.
or the other way around, I guess.
I don't
Um,
know.
how to cross a wall, how to
How,
jump
how
over
to
a
how
wall.
to figure how do children get over a wall?
Exactly. This will teach you. A Japanese anime is gonna teach Mexicans how to climb a wall, guys. We are reaching this level of awareness. Stay
Yep.
woke, guys. Stay woke.
Stay 100% woke.
Great series though.
Yeah.
For those of you haven't seen it, watch this episode. You'll love it. You'll hate it. I don't know. I don't care. But
It's good. You don't have any reason not to like it, unless you just don't want to watch an anime about children
unless you have
getting
poor taste.
fucking
But
yeah.
moving on here. Did you watch any of the next ones? I know I haven't. Well, yeah, I haven't
Yeah, I've
watched
watched
any.
most of them. Let me see here. Fuck, I'm on the whole wrong page. I'm
No.
looking at fucking Aniplex's stuff. Where we at? Dororo. I watched the first 2 episodes. It seems pretty good. It's exactly like the summary says. It's a cursed kid trying to get all his limbs back from the demons that stole him when he was born, and he's getting followed around by this little kid.
Remember,
It's got
guys, you're not a badass until you have a lolly following you around.
well, it's he's a boy,
Shota then. If you're not a badass until you have a Shota following you around.
right? Um, and it's got some pretty good action. It's got a pretty decent amount of intrigue because it's not like action, 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 action. You know, it's like a slow burn kind of action. A lot of you meet. I mean, you don't have any like super interesting permanent characters yet. We have 3 so far, including the antagonist that is the main character's father. But otherwise, so far, it's just a nice little slow burn. We still don't know how many episodes it's going to be, which is weird.
Yeah.
But if you are looking for a nice, heavily demon feudal Japan adventure story, this is probably the one for you.
All right.
I haven't watched any of Kakaguri, but if it's anything like the manga, more crazy gambling women, more orgasm
No.
from gambling and facial expressions. That's why you watch it. Oh, next up. This is probably my romance comedy of this fucking season right here. Kaguya Sama wa Kokurasetai Tensai Tachi no Renai Zunosen.
And for you Westerners out there that don't understand what Jarron is saying,
I don't know what I said.
Kaguya wants to be confessed to the genius's war of love and brains. That's the entire title.
All right, so we're probably just gonna call it Love War for the season. That's
Yeah,
the most
probably.
appropriate title for it. But it's
What?
pretty unique. It follows a very set formula. Main character, main heroine, kind of like they like each other, but they neither of them know they like each other. They assume each other like each other, and they do everything they can to make the other one like confess. And it's just like this like ridiculous battle of the minds. Like the main character be like, oh, there's their airheaded secretary. It's like, oh yeah, I got a new phone. Hey, you want my line profile? It's got the picture of me when I was a boy, and that's just a sly ploy to get the female heroine to be like, oh, I want to see your phone so I can see that picture, but that'll be just like confessing her love for whatever reason, blah blah blah.
So it's a lot. It's
And
a
it
lot of petty
just
antics, pretty much.
a lot of petty antics. Like they that's the word of the show. They're fucking petty to each other.
What do you think of
But
the story so
it's a
far,
good time.
Jarron? You think the
I'm
story's
thoroughly
pretty good?
enjoying it.
It's good
I mean,
because I did read them. I read the manga this way back when, and I mean, how's the animation quality? Because I haven't seen
it's
anything
really
besides
good.
that
It's
meme.
real good.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay. Well, I
it's
mean,
really good.
it is done by A1, so
Hmm.
obviously they're always pumping out some prime material.
Also, their opening's pretty lit. It's got like a Japanese, what's the word? 007 kind of feel.
Oh, like jazzy, kind of like
Yeah, it's jazzy.
Japanese jazzy,
Yeah,
Jazzanese.
jazz, right?
Poor taste in words.
Japa jazz. No, that.
Japan. Okay, I'm gonna stop there.
Yeah. Boogie Pop. Haven't watched the most recent episode. Still don't know what the fuck's happening. Moving on. Haven't watched Date Alive. What about Domestic No Kind of Jomel?
Oh, see, okay. Now, I am confident that Domestic Nakanja, or Domestic Girlfriend, for you Westerners out there,
Mm-hmm.
is my season's romance drama. Now, it's good. I mean, again, this is I've already read a lot of the manga so far, and it's really faithful to the manga, except for the obvious sex scenes that are not included in the anime, obviously for obvious reasons. But there's just
Mm-hmm.
so much. There's a good amount of tension and drama and just overall watching the main character like shit himself, not because in a dumb way, but like obviously he's trying, but these girls are just like well no, only one girl technically right now is spinning. Well no, I guess they're both kind of just spinning circles around him, and he doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
Oh, poor guy.
Exactly. Then there's like, so I mean basically the first three episodes of Domestic Nakano Joe just follow around our MC here Natsuo. He has to deal with his crush, who is his teacher, who also finds out that she is now along with her younger sister, which is the person that he had sex with the first time, are now step siblings because of a remarriage that his father got into. And this is not spoiler, guys. This is actually in the synopsis of the
Right.
anime. So
So now
it's
he has to consider: should he continue dicking down his sister, or should he chase his father's wife?
wait, what?
Isn't that the plot?
No.
Isn't you just said that his crush is his teacher who married his father.
No, his crush is his teacher, who is the daughter of the wife that his father married.
Oh, so should he?
So
Wait, then
basically,
who's the other girl?
his sensei's sister, which is the one who he had sex with.
So okay, so now he's living with the two girls.
He's living with his sensei as well as her younger sister, which is the girl he had
All
sex
right,
with.
so should he dick down his younger sister, or should he chase after his older sister? There we go.
Well, obviously, right now he's still chasing the sensei route, which I should be. But I completely forgot about why I didn't. Why I was so iffy with sensei.
Uh-huh.
She's, for lack of a better word, kind of a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to get too spoilery. But pretty much, because MC is your classic, what's wrong? How can I do to help? And then your older sister sensei character's like, this is nothing kids should be worrying about. Adult problems have their own problems, but
Right.
she's in the wrong, obviously in this case. And
Right.
when the main character points it out, she's like, so.
Right.
Like she knows she's in the wrong, and she doesn't want to give in,
Mm-hmm.
and that just stirs up some good drama. I would urge you to watch it, Jarron. It's not spooky. It's not a spooky kind of drama. It's more so just like it's just standard Asian drama, like it's standard like kind of telenovela Asian drama, especially with the whole sisters becoming lovers, becoming newly sisters. It's like sisters turn rivals because toward even it shows in the opening too that these two sisters are becoming rivals in a sense. So it's these two close sisters turn rivals, turn lovers, and you get a whole mix of bag triangles and we haven't even been introduced to two other girls yet either, which are also in the opening.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my season's like romance drama, and I'm so excited I'm so excited to just watch everything unfold again in anime form. So
Danger.
I would urge you to watch it, John. It's not as spooky as like was it Koi de Uso or even Scum's Wish, which are deliberately they were deliberately trying to mess with your head and your heart as a viewer.
Mm-hmm.
This is more so just like, dang, MC's got it tough. Let's see how he can get himself through this kind of thing.
Yes, but still, I don't know. I got I'm young virgin heart.
Oh, and another thing too, the animation is actually surprisingly good. If anything, this reminds me a lot of Golden Time, despite different animation studio. But
right.
It's actually it's a really pretty series. Surprisingly.
All right, so how in intensity, how much is it? How much is it different from Golden Time? Because I can handle Golden Time.
Oh, from intensity?
Yeah. Golden Time was kind of spooky, but not that spooky.
Well, spooky in the sense that the main character was sort of just like out of his head sometimes. How spooky are we talking about?
And compared to Golden Time.
Compared to well, more drama than romance, I want to say, but not bad drama. If you want to talk about drama, in terms of scale, it's more so Toradora drama. And when when Toradora gets like heavy with drama,
yeah,
we're talking about that level of drama.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
So it's just a more dramatic Kiss X Sis.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, yeah, it's Kiss X Sis without the like oblivious ecchi and without the slapstick comedy.
Right. Okay, I gotcha.
So it's more so just that.
All right. Fair enough. I'll have to see if my heart can handle it.
Yeah, I don't think this is a hard watch in terms of the genres it's going with here.
Mm-hmm.
So, and for you guys, I recommend watching it as well. If you want yourself a nice juicy drama to watch this season, I would recommend this one because I don't think there's anything else on here that counts as a heavily romance drama.
Isn't there other show that you watch?
Which one?
I don't know. The 2D one, 3D Kanajo.
It's not really a drama. It's more so it's more slice of life.
Just
romance.
Girls and boys falling in love.
Yeah, well, popular girl being girlfriend.
Oh, that's the otaku one.
Yeah.
Oh, the second season. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's the second season of that. I enjoyed the first season of that as well. I haven't watched that one yet, surprisingly. But yeah, definitely Domestic Nakanojo. Excited for it. Definitely, you guys should watch it. I was excited for it when I found out about the anime. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, if you guys want to actually see the sex scenes, the manga is there because that's the only thing that subtracts. That they subtract from the manga. It's just because there's more tits in the manga than there are in the anime. I don't know if that matters to you guys, but
it matters to me. I can't watch it now. I needed a balance. Now I don't have it.
What do you mean to balance the drama?
The balance on titties and drama.
Okay. just watch it, Jarron. Oh man. Speaking of romances, we're gonna go. I just started watching this a couple days ago.
It's pretty fun.
Want to go at this title, Jarron, since you're so fluent in Japanese.
Go to Obun no Hana Yome, or quintessential quintuplets, which I'm pretty sure that doesn't translate at all.
Probably not. Let's see what Google translates this into.
Jomel's looking that up.
Yeah.
Basically, as we talked about the synopsis before, but the thing that they don't tell you is that like none of the girls like him at first, like have any romantic interest in him, and it seems like slowly as time goes on, they're gonna start falling in love with him. So we already got the first one, but that just now happened in the third episode.
Yeah. By the way, I am a fan of Miku right now.
Yeah, same. I
Because
do
right
like
now,
Miku.
I'm between two. It's Miku and Ichika, the one with short hair, the one with the messy room.
Oh, One-chan. I mean, they're all sisters, but she's definitely One-chan.
Yeah, definitely. She's got the more One-chan vibe.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of her.
So it's between those the two. I'm in between right now.
Mm-hmm. Because one of them's just kind of, they're all dumb, but like they're the one's like airhead dumb, even though she means well, and she's like homegirl. Miku's, I like
Um,
Miku. She does hit that shy category, but more.
she's more so like
She's got a lot of fire to her, which I do like,
yeah.
but I don't know how much it mixes with the shyness. I can't. It feels like it cancels each other out.
Which is not a
Like
bad thing. So far,
it's not bad.
her characterization has been good so far.
Right. I agree with that. It's an interesting flavor for it, but it's not my
Common.
favorite. Either
Okay.
I need the good amount of fire, but not necessarily like their other sister Shion, who's just
Yeah.
kind of bitchy.
And they all have big breasts. For
Yeah, they're
once.
like we said, they're all stacked.
Yeah, a harem series they're all stacked. And according to Google, this the kanji the kanji translation directly translates into girl's bride.
Yeah, nothing. We haven't even talked about marrying anybody except for his little like dream flashbacks or whatever.
I don't know. I think that see, I just from those like couple of minutes, I think this is just like I think the entire anime is a flashback series. He's gonna end up
It
marrying
very
one of
well.
them.
Yeah, well, I mean, we know who it's gonna be by the hair color.
I don't know, Jarron. Maybe they might pull a fast one on us. They might all change their hair color back to like the original ruby red or something.
It's original. I'm pretty sure that's their natural hair color. It's just that we needed some
Differentiate.
differentiation. There we go.
I mean, I think the only one.
Because literally, what's her face is orange, not red.
Yeah. I think. I mean, maybe hers is died.
I mean, it could be dyed. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm liking it because they all got big titties.
Do we
But we're
explain the
not
story?
calling that much attention to it. Which
Do we
is nice.
explain the story to this at all?
Yeah, we did when we first went over it with our first episode review.
Oh, okay.
Or not episode review, but our first episode review.
Yeah. But yeah, so far it's been fun. It's been a fun series. It's like you said, John. I do agree with you. This is one of those harem, run of the mill harem series, but the main character actually has a personality.
Right.
So I quite like our homeboy MC here, which is the studyholic, which is trying his damnedest right
Yeah.
now to
Also,
put
he's
some
got
knowledge.
a personality.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
He's
not the hey I'm cool or hey I'm nice. He's just
he just wants
hey I'm
hey
trying to,
hey I got some knowledge for you guys.
and he's kind of an asshole, but that's great.
Yeah, exactly. Well, in an asshole in the sense that he wants to get shit done, but no one else wants to.
Well, he's also just kind of an asshole. I mean,
Oh yeah.
before he got the job, he was kind of he was an ass.
Yeah, he was.
He's just trying to hide that right now.
he's trying to be less edgy.
Right. But I love it.
Oh, high school. How I don't miss you as much.
But yeah, that's that. It's a pretty good, comedy harem romance which we haven't gotten in some time now.
Yeah, and nothing new. All right.
Right.
Like,
It's
we
not
haven't
nothing.
gotten.
It's not doing anything new.
Oh no, I'm talking about like this is like the first kind of new series we've gotten.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
a romance harem.
You're right.
So it's refreshing to say the least.
Yep. That's why that's why I'm still enjoying it. Next up, speaking of enjoying our fucking girls with big titties, Minari friends. Yo. So I found out last time I said I didn't know if this was from Shingeki no Bahamut or Grand Blue Fantasy. It's
Mhm.
actually from both. It's a
Wait, what?
collaboration.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's like a mashup or something.
It's a mashup. Because Greya, the Dragon Girl's from Grand Blue Fantasy, and
Mhm.
I think the other girl's from
Blaze Blue, or Grand Blue.
no, she might. She also might be from Grand Blue, but they're borrowing the world from Shingeki no Bahamut.
Okay.
Because it's the whole thing where demons, angels, and demons, angels, and humans are all in the same school, and dragons are kind of the outlier. And she's like, Miss Greya is actually, well, you know what? Fuck the rest of the story. It doesn't fucking matter. Apparently, just quick reference. They're in Magic High School. The other girls, both girls, our main girls, are princesses of their respective whatever. The blonde girl's the princess of the current kingdom that the school's in, and Gray is the princess of like the dragons because her mother was some high dragon, whatever. Who cares? Greya is fucking.
John, you're now molesting everyone's ears right now. I feel very uncomfortable.
Good. She is fucking waifu bait of the fucking season. Easily. No one's fucking coming after her right now. She is on top. Firmly. Ugh. That's what I have to say in my piece about that. Also, I think this might be a Yuri or just about friends, but whichever happens.
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to either one.
I'd pray to God it's Yuri, but I doubt it is. But that's Minari. The first episode was like 15 minutes, but and I didn't see the other episodes, so hopefully they're longer than the first episode. But
come on, John, this is supposed to be a 3-episode roundup here. What are you doing?
Yeah, but I tried to look for it and I didn't see it.
You had a chance to do first episode 3 episodes ago.
No, I actually had a chance to do first episode on December 16th.
Oh yeah, actually yeah, last year.
But yeah,
you had a whole month.
Yeah,
essentially.
But, she's fucking perfection. But yeah, that's literally all I have to say about this show is Gray as fucking Bay.
So keep watching, guys. Keep watching your Dragon Girls.
Yeah, that's more Monster Girls. That's what we need. More Monster
Elon
Girls.
Musk, we need that funding right now. Start the labs up. We gotta start experimenting. Grab all the strays we can get.
Please. Right?
Oh my God, Peter's gonna
solve that problem. Yeah,
Peter's gonna be on my ass now.
Nah, look, Peter don't understand trying to turn animals into humans because it'll give them more rights.
Jarron, you know how bad this can get? We're talking about like Full Metal Alchemist levels of bad here, Jarron.
Yeah, but some parts that they don't have to know about until it's finished.
Okay. And what did it cost, Jarron? At what cost?
It cost some animals that weren't going to be taken care of anyway. So
referencing a Infinity Wars meme.
Yeah.
Was it worth it?
Yeah. Do we got cat girls? I can officially fuck a cat girl. That's what.
Let it be known on this record that Jarron wants to fuck a cat girl.
Who doesn't? Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, you're right.
Unless you're allergic to cats, but then get them hypoallergenic.
Judge us as you may be, but you
are.
You know you guys would. You guys would.
Right. All right, so the next one that I watched was the cat one. I mean, granted, I didn't watch 3 episodes of it. It's still only on the first episode.
God damn it, Jarron. What are we talking? What
I don't care about the show. That's why.
We've been doing this for 52 weeks. You could have told me that sometime in the past year.
Well, okay. Then I should say now that I haven't watched the 3rd episode for anything else after this.
Really? Not even what's it called? Ueno-san?
I need to because this show is fucking hilarious. But I have not.
All right. Well, I mean, I only have 2 more other series to talk about in that case.
Go for it.
All right. So the ones I've caught up one of the ones I've caught up with is Wataten, or also known as Watashi ni Tenshi ga Mayorita,
aka the lolly bait of the season.
And it's cute. It's really it's fun. It's your fun like diabetes season or series of the season.
Your fun girl who's just trying to prey on these little girls, right?
Essentially. I mean, okay, so the 3rd episode really got really nice and warm-hearted just because like it mostly revolved around the relationship between her and her younger sister. Because after 2 episodes, she's One-san has gotten some new cosplay friends and all that stuff, and then you've got the little sister feeling a little like lonely and a little like She pretty much she wasn't paying. She was feeling lonely because One-chan wasn't paying enough attention to her like she used to.
Right.
So it's that kind of like warm-hearted series, warm-hearted episode. And yeah, it was good.
Whereas everything else is just an adult woman being like, "Hey, come over my house for some candy, and I'll take pictures of you."
It's not just candy; it's cakes and sweets.
Various paraphernalia.
Again, I like to draw. I like to draw this similar to another cute girls doing cute things series called
Yuzume?
Strawberry. No, no, not that. Not to that degree of
Isn't it though?
I'll love you even after menstruation. No,
She
we're not
doesn't.
going.
She might not be saying it, but she knows she means it.
As I was saying, I like to compare this a lot to
You do
Strawberry
realize how
Marshmallow.
he's not denying it.
Actually, because in Strawberry Marshmallow, the older sister in that series also is a bit of a perv. I guess. Oh,
Pedophile.
yeah, yeah. Her younger sister like points it out. Like
Right.
one time one of the girls is like, "Oh, guess who I am? Oh, I like little girls." Blah blah blah. Like, "Oh, Onei-chan," and then she kind of just like whacks both of them in the head.
Yeah.
It's funny, but point is, you got your string of like established character types. You got the timid Onei-chan that has a shy hobby that doesn't want to share it with anyone else, but happens to
Except
share it with
for her little
her
girls.
elementary school girls.
Yeah.
You've got the loud, like clingy younger sister that likes to drag her sister as well as her friends into obnoxious adventures.
Mm-hmm.
You got your quiet tsundere type that likes sweets, but as well as who's also the more what is it, naive, in a sense, kind of clumsy, but
You mean
because
Haru? She's not naive. She was the one that pointed out that she was a pervert.
no, yeah, but like naive in a sense that she's easily sworn over by sweets.
She knows what's happening. She just wants the sweets more than she cares about
Exactly.
her.
It's naive, but it's okay,
I mean, is it naivety or is it the fact that she's a child?
I guess.
Right.
And then you have your blonde character that wants everyone to call her cute
Right.
constantly. So yeah, and we also got introduced to the other classmates. This I don't know which one's the representative. One
More.
I think one of them's the representative, but the other one it gets treated more like a representative because she's the more useful one.
Right.
And
As
then
it
the other
happens.
and then the other one gets sad and points it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if you guys have anything to ask me, or if you guys have any questions, ask me. And then they ask the other person instead,
Right.
and then she gets upset about that. But it's nice. It's a nice bubbly diabetes series. I would recommend this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the last episode also, in the third episode, the girls made a board game about like a board game revolving Onei-chan,
Mm-hmm.
which was actually in the end was to help Onei-chan with her social anxiety.
Well, that's pretty nice.
So, because it revolved around her doing actions based on what the players landed on, and it was to help her with her shyness.
Okay.
So, it's a nice series. I'll definitely keep watching it. And the last of the series that I have caught up with is Enduro. And if I were to sum up Enduro in a few words, it would be Moe Blob D&D.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually quite enjoying it. I'll be honest. The only reason why I started watching this is because I saw a clip of it on Facebook where you had Mao-san, which is a teacher.
Right.
Well, the demon lord lowly teacher,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a scene of her like laughing maniacally because of her evil deed plan of being demon lord, and then she started coughing. Started coughing in response to that, and everyone else responded with, "Oh, that's Sensei's traditional laughing maniacally into coughing, cute cough thing."
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's pretty good. I
It's
like
cute.
it. It's very cute.
It's your sugary diabetes D&D.
Yeah, sugary diabetes D&D. You have your hero, which is literally named Yusha, which is what the Japanese word for hero is.
Mm-hmm.
You've got your monk, like the one that uses melee.
Bunch of shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then you've got your mage, and then I don't know I don't know if the other one's a mage. She uses a hammer, but she also casts spells with that hammer.
She's a cleric.
Oh, okay. There you go. You have your cleric, and you had your demon lord Mao Loli Chan.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also a little bit of time travel in there as well, because apparently this entire series it revolves around a flashback, sort of.
Uh-huh.
route, because in the first step, like the first few minutes is actually like the end of their adventure where they face off against a demon lord,
Mm-hmm.
and apparently they mess up the interaction, and then it brings everyone back in time, and the only one aware of it is the demon lord, because
Mm.
the demon lord gets sent back in time as a lowly demon lord, and it's essentially as she's trying to prevent the heroes from becoming heroes to stop her and her evil deeds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of confusing at first because I didn't think time travel was going to be a part of this.
I mean, you don't really have to think about it. It's just cute, you know.
Yeah,
Cute, fucking cute girls doing cute things in time and space and dice.
yeah, pretty much. But as far as that, that's all I've watched so far. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's pretty much about it.
yeah,
I haven't
definitely
watched anything. I haven't been. I mean, I'm eventually gonna watch Enduro myself, but I just haven't
on a
dug
time.
into it. And I'm. Oh, I also need to watch Ueno-san, like you said, because it's
Oh yeah,
fucking funny. You need to watch it, Jomel, because that first episode is fucking stupid.
maybe I will try. And but there are a couple there, and then there are the other two continuing series that are still going,
Oh
which
yeah,
is Sao and Slime.
right. We
So I
already
wanna.
mentioned SAO.
Well, we
Or
talked
did you
about
have more to?
no, well, no, we talked about the writer development with Sao in the beginning.
Uh huh. Right.
Um, well, I mean, not much has happened so far. We finally get in Sao. We finally get our interaction with Alice up in the towers, and
Well,
yeah.
her and Asuna are getting good with each other.
What? No, not yet.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Okay, guys. But yeah, so far SEO has been pretty good so far. I'm liking everything I see so far. It's actually about as straightforward as it gets.
Mm-hmm.
They're still climbing the tower, the cathedral tower, to get to administrator. So they already defeated what's her face. I forgot what her name, but they defeated another one of the what are they called now? The one of the knights, what were they called again? Inquisitor
Knights of
Knights.
the Round. Okay.
But point is, they defeated another one of those knights, and they're now, right now, it's a face off between Kirito, Yugo, and Alice, or
Mm-hmm.
Alice Synthesis the 31st. Because right now, as of the only thing we know now is that Alice right now is under a sort of mind control state, and they have to figure out. Well, they know what to do, but they have to like work their way because apparently, like her weapon is like one of the oldest like um OP weapons that introduced into the game.
Mm-hmm.
So
Excalibur.
actually, no, I mean not really. It's a tree, but
What?
it's a tree that was turned into a sword because in their
Yggdrasil.
is that a thing?
Yggdrasil.
I don't think it's called that.
Oh.
I mean, Kirito's sword is also from a tree,
Oh.
a demon
Okay.
tree, which is actually kind of appropriate because Alice's sword's legend is that the tree in her in from her weapon is like is the first tree that was grown in this first settlement of the city, whereas Kirito's sword is that of an ancient like demon tree that sucks out all the life and nutrients from like farmlands.
Right.
So it's a
Main
nice contrast.
character. Blah blah blah. Yep. I have the most OP everything. Yep.
No, you have Yugo who has the blue rose ice sword that was forged
Oh,
from a
the
blue
blue
from
rose eyesore.
that was forged from the icy winters of a blue rose that survived its life in such tundrous weather and has proved itself to become an ancient weapon that was also worthy enough to be wielded by such a strong knight to defeat a dragon in the human realm. Plus, it's pretty. It's a nice sword. If anything, I like Yugo's sword better because it's nice blue, pretty rose sword.
That's what everything you told me. All I heard was, "Hey, I'm an anime character and I have super strong sword."
Moving on. What about Slime, Jarron?
Slime's continuing to be as good as it's been. Fuck, I don't remember what the shit just happened. What recently just happened?
We got
Uh,
introduced to the Demon Lord.
oh, we did get introduced to a demon lord and her fucking little lolly booty.
Yep. She's
Cause
Miss
fucking
she's Miss Moe Fang of the season.
yeah, she is. She's a cutie. I like her. So one of the demon lords, one of the most reputable demon lords for being the strongest, I guess, moved into
Rimuru.
the into
Rimuru.
the Rimuru's town, which is now called Rimuru.
Yeah.
Rimuru. Um, and yeah, she's just causing havoc. But
Well, she
like,
tried to.
she tried to. That's because she's always been super rowdy and rough.
Yeah.
She's not trying to. That's just her. But she's listening uh Rimuru about not being an asshole.
At least she tries.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, not much happened so far. It was mostly just that development.
Right. Yep. That's really about it.
What episode is that? Wait, what episode is that right now?
That's a good question.
Because I know it's 25 episodes, but I don't want it to be done so soon. You know what I mean?
Right. This has to be like episode
16.
14, 16, yeah.
Yeah, we're on 16 right now, apparently.
We're a little less than 10.
They're less than 10. But you know
Right.
But you know what else is not less than 10?
What?
1. Because we all remember, guys, we are 1 week away from the anniversary of our podcast.
Damn right.
Yeah. So, but as a lot of things in life must end, so must our time.
Oh, and speaking of 1, this comes out Monday. Guess what comes out tomorrow? Fucking Kingdom Hearts 3, boys. Get hype. Hoo.
Oh yeah, 29th. I was about to say, like, are you confused that tomorrow's Monday?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Jarron will eventually do some coverage on that.
Yep.
Um,
Because
no
I
s-
am buying that as soon as it comes out.
no spoilers though, because remember we already had a few months of that hellhole.
Yeah.
When they were leaked, so Jarron will just play it. I'll probably play it too, because I did. Oh, is it fair for me to play it even though I only played 1 and 2?
Yeah, it's fine. I would never make anyone try to play all the fucking side games because it's stupid.
But then how about the story and the continuation and the continuity and the making sense? You know?
Right. It doesn't make sense, even if you watch everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I was hoping there'd be some context.
Nope.
I'll just ask Martrell then. Well, he knows a lot about it more than I do.
I mean, he'll try.
I can at least get a solid timeline, maybe. Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
I mean, you can get a solid timeline, definitely. That's not that difficult to do. It's just understanding what the fuck the story's talking about is the hard part.
That's true. Like what matters and what's relevant.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. And I thought Nier was complicated.
Yeah, Nier ain't got shit on Kingdom Hearts.
No, you're right. That's because you're matching up 2 different franchises into one, like, bastard of a child, which is Kingdom Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
So, but as always, guys, we've been going on for a little bit. Again, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for downloading us. It's been a great year, honestly. I never thought I'd still be doing this. Maybe, I don't know. What am I doing with my life, Jarron? It's been a whole year.
Having a time, man. Having a time.
Yeah, you're right. But it's been a great year, you guys. I hope we get to hear you guys again next year or next week if the world doesn't end. You know.
Well, yeah. It probably, hopefully, won't.
Hopefully it won't. But as always,
we'll figure something out for you.
Yeah, definitely. Again, links and all of that will be down below for you guys. But as always, my name is Jomel Socorro.
My name is Jarron Gaddis.
And we are the Wannabe Boo Podcast, bringing you the latest and greatest game and anime news, reviews, and waifus for life.
Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll talk to you next time.